have discussed more about the containers in the last week. Maybe to have a quick recap about the containers, we will just try recreating this dashboard with the container maybe in 1 or 2 minutes. Before going into the creation, like how we should start thinking about which container to place where. So generally we will have the picture of last final outcome of the visualization in our mind. Then from there we have to just uh, start step by step, and we will end up deciding the containers. So maybe we can take this visualization which you are currently seeing in the screen as final. So if you see, we will go step by step. So this is the last one, which order date versus sales. Here container doesn't matter because we have only single visualization. So either horizontal or vertical, it doesn't matter, the bottommost container. And the middle one, if you see, we have two side by side. So this should be obviously horizontal so that we can control the width of the both the visualization. And also we have one more tab above. So in this mostly we will put title, legend, all those. So it will be side by side. So this should be horizontal. So in the first level, we have decided first one should be topmost should be horizontal, middle should be horizontal, and bottommost doesn't matter, like horizontal or vertical. So this is the first level. Then we will go to the next level. So next what we will do, we will put the outermost three containers. So whether it should be horizontal or vertical, it should be inside a vertical. So why? Because like we are controlling the height of the three compartments, maybe 1, 2, 3. Here we have different heights. We are not controlling the width, overall width. We are just trying to control the height. So outermost should be vertical, so that if you put inside the vertical, we will be able to control the height of the each containers. So this how we will just decide with the containers and dashboard. So let's quickly create this this dashboard, like using the containers and all. So as usual, first step we have to fix the outermost size of the dashboard, 1400 into 800 I am fixing. So since as we discussed, first there should be a vertical so that we can control the three heights of the three compartments or containers inside it. So first let me drop a vertical, then as usual we will drop the blank. Now this is the first level over. In the second level, what we saw is like topmost should be horizontal so that we can place title, legends, color side by side. So it should be horizontal. So let's drop the horizontal, and we will edit the height maybe like 50 maybe, so that we can put the title, all those. Next, again we have seen in this dashboard we have side by side, so this should be in horizontal only so that we can control the width of the each visualization. So let's put a horizontal, and we will edit the height. Then again, like in last visualization, in this case it doesn't matter since we have one. Anyway, we will go with the horizontal. Maybe if you want to add visualization, more visualization in the upcoming session. So we got the three horizontal inside one vertical. So now we will just start placing the views which we have created. First segment wage sales. We will hide the title for now, and also if you want to edit with then category versus subcategory sales, we will drop that next. Since you have completed the work in this container, we will just remove the blank. So this middle one we got. Bottom most is straightforward since you have only one view or this, so directly we can pull it. So this how we have to get an idea like which container where we have to place and all those. So if you are trying to delete the segment, what happens now is the entire thing will go, because nothing is inside this topmost container. So in those cases, what you have to do is you have to pull the blank inside it. So now if you delete this segment legend, though it's deleted, the container remains same with a blank inside. So maybe we will get more ideas about how to place the containers efficiently and work, rather than putting more containers, once we experience and once we keep on working on this. So now we will switch on to the further. We will explore more menus and all those in the dashboard. So yeah. So once if we click the visualization, we will first explore the outer padding, inner padding, all those. Since we have dropped this inside, we have an option of outer padding and inner padding. Outer padding in the sense currently it's given for what it does is outside the container what should be the space with the next visualization. That's what outer padding says. And also we have inner padding. So this inner padding, what it does is, inside the container, how much space should be there with the visualization. So maybe now if we fix all side equal 10, so maybe if you want to adjust individual sides, then you have to remove this menu. So we can control individual sides maybe if you want. So yeah, so this is the use of inner padding and outer padding. And also we can select the background based on the inner padding we have given. So before giving the inner padding, outer padding, if you want it to be uniform on all sides, what you are supposed to do is you have to give entire view. So in that case you can see uniform in all. So we have given inner padding 10 and we have selected the background maybe this color, so we are able to see in the inner padding alone the background which we have chosen. Also you can see a white space which is between the border and the inner padding, that is the outer padding which you have selected. So maybe if we no need any outer padding, if we give 0, directly the containers will be attached with the inner padding. So we have looked about inner padding, outer padding. Next, yeah, we will also try to view about the borders. Maybe if you want to put a border across the container, it's straightforward, like based on which line, which color, all those is straightforward. So you can add a border. So we have looked about like inner padding, outer padding, and borders. So now we will turn to the drop down the container part maybe. So what all the menus we will try to look into each of this. Go to sheet. What it does is directly go to the sheet from which the container has, from which the visualization has come. Duplicate sheet. So directly the sheet will be duplicated, and you can see segment 2 which says is the duplication of the segment sheet. Next we have fit since look this later. Okay, maybe yeah, we look this later. So next we have title option. Title option, what it does is the title it shows directly. If you want to edit title, there is no need to go to sheet and all. So once if you select edit title, you can directly edit it and forward. Sales by segment. And if you want to control the font size, everything, there is no need to go to the sheet. Directly you can control everything in the dashboard. Title. Then captions. Captions, it's automatically generated, like what the view is about says directly. It's an inbuilt Tableau feature. It shows like segment and sum of sales, shows sale of the segment, size shows sum of sales. So the captions basically will tell entirely about the visualization. Also it's not like we have to give information about the visualization so that we can generate caption. It's not that case. Once if you give caption, automatically it will be generated, and it's inbuilt feature in Tableau. And also we have legends, which shows the color legend segment, and filters. Filter, whichever filters are there in the filter pane, we will be able to see here. And highlighters segment. So once if we give this, we will be able to highlight. Parameters, these are the parameters in the sheet, but however we haven't used any of these parameters in the visualization. And view toolbar, automatic show on our toolbar, we don't have any toolbars here currently. So once if we add, we can hide or show on hover. Once if we hover, the toolbar will be shown. Use as a filter, what it does is, generally for filtering we used to go to dashboard actions and do all this, but here if we give use as filter directly, once if we select carpet, only carpet will be visible in all other sheets. So this is straightforward and shortcut rather than going into the dashboard action and selecting all those. Use as filter. Then ignore actions, what it does is dashboard actions. If anything we currently we haven't added any dashboard actions. If we give ignore actions, it will ignore. And floating, as we discussed in last session, floating in the sense like it will reshape once you change the size of the dashboard, all those. It won't be inside the container, it will be just popping out. So this is the thing. So if you want to convert from container to floating, directly we can click floating, so we'll be able to convert that tail to floating. Next, fix edit width. Currently it's inside the horizontal, so we can either fix the width in the sense if we edit the width of other container, though we edit the width of this container will be fixed. And also edit width in the sense if you want to edit the width, maybe 392 to 400 or something, you can edit it. And also if it is inside a vertical container, what we will have here is fix height and edit height. These two options will be there. if this container is in vertical. Since it's if it is inside the vertical container, since it is horizontal container, we can control only the width. Yeah, so select container horizontal. Yeah, so if you have no idea like inside which container, also we can view it by using select container. Deselect in the sense it will deselect, and remove from dashboard in the sense the sheet will be removed from the dashboard. And rename dashboard item.
Jairam, are you there?
Yeah.
One quick question. See, we had that highlighter selection, right? So highlighters. So can you just tell what exactly does it do?
Yeah, okay. So here we have a highlighter, like currently I have selected segment. So what it does is you can see the right side one box which is showing highlight segment. So maybe currently in this list we have only 3 things: consumer, corporate, office. So once if you select consumer, automatically the consumer is highlighted in office space.
This is exactly like just highlighting. I mean, having a dashboard action, right, for filter. And yeah, so it actually does not filter, but it actually highlights. That's the only difference, right? Okay, got it. So maybe if you want to take a screenshot or something, this will be more useful, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
And also, like easy way of highlighting is once if you show the legends and color legend directly, if you are here, there will be an option. Once if you enable workbook highlighting directly, if you press on consumer, all those we can highlight directly. So highlighting action. Okay, rename dashboard item. So for example, this is currently segment. Maybe I will rename it as sales by segment. So this renaming where we can use as we know, like once if we change this layout, we have renamed the dashboard item. Where we can view that is like inside this item hierarchy. Since we have renamed this as sales by segment, we can view here in the item hierarchy. Below, if you see horizontal, now it's showing sales by segment. Maybe for this, it's showing category versus subcategory. If you go on rename dashboard item, we can view the renaming here in the item hierarchy and not anywhere in the, maybe you might have some thoughts like the sheet will get renamed or what. No, it's not the case. Only in this item hierarchy tab, the sheet will get renamed and not anywhere else. Yeah. So next. We have viewed all the drop. We have discussed more detail about all the drop downs in the visualization. Now we will jump on to the top tab here. So here, like we have text. What it does is once if you click on this, automatically the text will be removed. Generally, what we used to do is like we will go here and remove all the text. There is no need for that. So once if we click on this text bar, automatically the text will be removed. If you want to show, if you click on back, it will show the mark labels, all those. So yeah, then also we have side four tabs. First one, what it does is directly, these are the quick actions which is from the drop down. Already we have removed from dashboard here. If you want to remove, we can directly click the close bar, and this arrow mark with the sheet, what it does is directly go to sheet. And next one, use as filter. It's similar to the top dashboard actions maybe. Once if you use the filters, if you select on corporate, only corporate will be visible, and if you select on consumer, only the consumer will be visible. Maybe you can even use this. So use as filter. So once if you select the office supplies, it will just get filtered out in all the visors. So so dashboard actions, there is no need for, if you want to filter, there is no need to go to the dashboard actions and add all those. Directly we can do the sheet directly. And also now we will look into the standard fit with fit height and what it does. So standard in the sense like whatever is the size of container, whatever is the size of this, it will get replicated in this. So entire view, what it does is it will truncate everything within the container. Earlier, if you see, there will be a scroll bar. Now, since we have given entire view, what it does is like it's try to compress the visualization inside the container without scroll bars, all those. Actually, entire view is not advisable in the live data, because if you see, like for every week, if the data is getting updated, if you give entire view, what it does is the vis will keep on truncating and it may not be presentable. So in the case of live data, we have to try to avoid this entire view, so we won't face any issues with the vis. And also we have fit width, fit height. Fit width in the sense like entire width will be filled, and fit height in the sense entire height will be filled. So these are the 4 options which we have to present the vis inside the container. And also we have all these 4 options only for the tiled visualization, not the floating one. And next, this is the presentation mode. So once you click that, and next we have this, all this whichever we have seen already, like title, caption, all those we have seen for the individual vis. Here it shows for the like overall sheet maybe. So now we have selected only this container. So since we have selected this container and we gave title, so it shows for this container. So rather than going for the drop down all this, so maybe you can use this also. This is the additional feature we have here. So now we will look into the dashboard actions, what all we have. So yeah, how to go to dashboard actions is click on the dashboard.
Show hide cards. What does it do? Show hide cards. Is that the same thing as? So that one.
So it's same as that of the drop down whichever we have seen. So if you select title, it will show the select. Similar to here we have drop down, right?
Understood. Okay. So just so you know, guys. So typically, I think this is an offbeat comment actually. That you're seeing that there are many ways to do the same thing, and the reason why they do it is to make the tool a bit more user friendly. Because in the beginning, when if you have only one option, then you are really counting on that person to find that particular way of doing it. Because some people would look for things in the menu. Some people will look for the items on the the menu bar, right? You have the icons right there, right? So like that. Some people will right click. Some people will look for options in this what looks like a side menu, right, where you can see the filter and close and all of that. So people tend to give all the common tasks in each of these areas, so that if one is looking for it in that particular area, then they'll find it and they can get through and get their stuff done. Okay. So apart from all of this, shortcuts is also another method. If you look at, I'm sure in many tools you find shortcuts, right? Keyboard shortcuts. I don't think Tableau is that good at shortcuts at this point in time. For example, I don't know if there's a shortcut for maybe resize or anything like that, right? So in Office, for example, if you look at PowerPoint, so if you have an image, you can, using shortcuts, keyboard shortcuts, you'll be able to increase width, increase height, or both at the same time. All of that kind of shortcuts also exist. So I think this is one reason why you're able to see many options for the same thing. Continue, Jayram, please.
So once, if we have click this, we have filters. Yeah. So actually, I have put the order date filter for the sheet. So once if you click that, the year of order date will come. If you can see in the right top, it's there. Maybe if you want to put it beside left filter pen, what you can do is just pull a horizontal and control the size of horizontal. So in that case, you can just pull the filter here. And also we will just try to see what all options we have in filter. So if you click on this apply to worksheet, all using this data source. So these are the shortcuts we have outside only. There is no need for going to the sheet and applying and right click and give apply to all using this data source. And also we have similar options like how we used to have in the filter pane in the individual sheet. I think Akhil has covered all these in his response. Maybe here I will try to say what are our features we have in the dashboard once we try to add filter. Similar to the features which we have in individual sheet, we have all the features. So maybe if you want to give multiple values drop down, just if you use that, we can get the same feature here. Now you may think that there is a misalignment, like how should I bring this container also, this bottom is also in same visualization. In that case, we can go for a blank and we can control the size of blank so that all the visors are aligned in aligned at a certain line. So this is the feature we have also. So now we will switch on to the dashboard actions maybe. So dashboard actions. So already since we have given that filter actions by using the rightmost, by using this feature, so all those will be automatically displayed in the dashboard actions. Maybe we will try adding more. So we will first delete this and we will add actions. So okay. So what are the actions we have? One is filter, highlight, go to the URL, go to the sheet. These 4 actions we will try to see in this session. Okay, first filter. As you already know, filter is straightforward. Once you select the sheet, it will show in the other. But what is the difference between selecting there and selecting here? What it does is there we can't choose so many features. Just if we click on, for example, if we click on sales by segment, what it does is it will filter like all the visualization, not only the category is the subcategory, but even this also. But in the dashboard actions which we are trying to do here, we are more specific actually. Rather than selecting all, we can be more specific once if we use this feature of dashboard action. Maybe now we will filter. We will try to filter from segment to remaining 2 sheets, category versus subcategory and year wise cell, and how it should the action should, either if we hover or select our menu. These are the 3 features we have. Hover is just like placing the cursor near that the filter actions will happen, and select in the case we have to click once, and menu once if you go near the visualization, there will be a filter tool like that. The name of filter will be visible. So once if you click the filter, we will be able to see the filter action. And also once if we clear the selection, how it should look like. It should leave the filter or show all values or exclude all the values whatever we have selected. So we'll go for show all values. And also we have selected fields, all fields. So we will about the target filter maybe in 1 or 2 minutes. So now we have selected the menu. As hover and select our direct, I will give menu so that we will look how with the menu run action on how it behaves maybe. Okay. And also we can name the filter what we have done, maybe segment. So now I think you will be able to distinguish what is the filter action which we have seen in the container and the filter action which we have got it through the dashboard drop down. We can feel that once if we try to filter using the dashboard drop down, like that you can see we have more control over the visualization which has to be filtered and run action on all those. So yeah, we'll just try to view. Since we have given menu, what it does is once if we select, we can see the name of the filter whichever we have given, segment wise cell. So once if we click on this, then only the action change will happen. Maybe if you give hover, we will see how it happens and all. So now it's currently run on menu which we have selected and fields all. So if you try to edit, if you want to edit, just select on the action which is already existing, and if you click edit, we can see once if you give select, okay. So now what it does is we have to place it and we have to click, so we can see the filtering action in the different ways. And next we have over. So here what it does is once if we place the cursor, automatically the actions happen. There is no need to click. These are the different run action on. we will for fields tab. So add filter. So maybe now we will try to filter from category and subcategory to year-wise sales. So year-wise sales. So if we are not selecting field by default, it will take the all fields, and maybe we will in next case we will try to select a particular field and view how the filtering action happens. Now currently I have given all fields. So if I select consumer segment, only the consumer segment will sales of storage will be filtered out in the which we can see. So here consumer appliances, only the consumer appliances will get filtered out. This is how the filtering action happens if you give all fields. Maybe if you are more concerned about field, maybe you can select the fields you can select, and we can fix the level in which filtering action to take place. Maybe if you select category, maybe here. So what it does is, like though you select this office sales, it falls under the category of office supply. So even if you come for the next maybe storage, that you can't see any filtering action reflected in the. And also if you go through the same anything across the office supplies, the filtering action remains the same. If you switch on furniture, the filtering action will be changing, but among all the subcategories in furniture, there won't be any change in the filtering action. Why it happens so? Because we have fixed the level of filtering. Because what we have done is we have fixed the source field and target field. We want only the category to get filtered out rather than all the fields. So we have all these which are inside this dashboard action. Once we click the dashboard on the top, and if we come through dashboard action, we have all these features. As you can now distinguish even more, like once if we select filter outside I meant like this sideways what we have. If we click filter, we don't have any of these options. Like by default it takes among all the fields, and also all the visualization, all those it will consider. But once if we use this, if we use the dashboard actions by using this dashboard tab, we have more control on which all visualization has to be filtered, and also which all fields should be filtered in each visualization. All this control we have. Similar to filter, we have highlight. So it's more of same as that of filter. Instead of filtering, it will just highlight. Maybe next one, go to URL. We will try to look into this. So for this, maybe I am trying to pull one more visualization, not visualization, like text. So it's like click here to suggest enhancement. So this is the text which I have created by using a field for dashboard actions. So what it does is, like if we can connect Google form or some forms with that. Maybe if the user is using and he wants more enhancement or something, automatically he can click this. So automatically the support actions will be enabled. So maybe we will see how to add this support action. So support actions and add actions, go to URL. So currently this name is support link, so we have to select only that. And okay, I have copied the URL. So maybe if you want to check before enabling the dashboard action, you can just click the test link. So it will show what link window it will open the web page once you click on the link, maybe. So new browser tab and all those options we have. So once you click OK, and also here as you have already discussed, we have an run on action like select, hover or menu. Generally all these kind of things, it's better to go with menu, because if it is over, just if the user unknowingly brings the cursor near this, automatically the support form will be generated. So since it's not used so frequently, it's better to go with menu option. So once if we go near this, if we click, we will have menu hyperlink one which is showing below. So if you click on that, we'll be able to see like dashboard name, what all forms like users wants to be added or enhancement, all those things we have. And also last action which we have next is go to the sheet. So when you want to switch on one dashboard to other, then we can use the option go to the sheet. So maybe like here we have dashboard 4, which is the dashboard 4, which is the current dashboard, and target sheet maybe dashboard 2 or 3. So what we can do is like once if this also, it's better to go with menu as you don't use frequently. So when you are trying to view from visits to from visualization to more detail, maybe once if you click on this, we will have go to sheet 1. Oh sheet, sorry. Okay. Dashboard actions, hyperlink, edit. So go to sheet, edit. So it's dashboard 2 maybe. Yeah, okay. So go to sheet 1. If you click, it will show more detailed about month of order, date, segment, corporate, subcategory, all those. So it's not only this we have used on this. Maybe we can, when basically go to sheet is used to switch between two dashboards from one dashboard to other. We can use it by using the dashboard actions. So we have looked into like 4 actions: go to sheet, go to URL, highlight, and filter. Maybe in the upcoming week we will view the remaining 2 actions. Currently I haven't used both these actions. I have to explore even more the use case, all those. So after exploring all this, in the upcoming section I will try to cover both the dashboard actions, and maybe if something else, if it is left out in dashboard, I will try to explain in the next session maybe. That's all from my side for this session.